Today's webinar is entitled Water Efficiency for Irrigation Systems. The Irrigation Association has named July Smart Irrigation Month to promote efficient watering practices, technologically advanced irrigation products, and water conservation. This webinar will discuss irrigation topics such as precision application, water budgeting and measurement, water conservation control technologies, and alternate water sources. Our speakers today are Buddy Moreau, Andy Smith, Brent Meacham, and Tom Barrett. Buddy is the Vice President of NC Green Industry Council, co-chair of the Legislative Committee for the NC Green Industry Council, and the General Manager of Shepherd Landscape Supply. Andy Smith has spent over 20 years in the irrigation contracting field. He serves as the External Affairs Director for the Irrigation Association and is an IA-certified irrigation contractor, designer, and auditor. Brent is the Industry Development Director for the Irrigation Association. He has more than 20 years' experience as a landscape and irrigation contractor, and he is an EPA WaterSense partner. Tom is the owner of Green Water Infrastructure. He has over 30 years of landscape industry experience. Tom has worked with such projects as Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Florida, the Gates Residence in Seattle, and Aqualand, the largest inclined green roof in the country. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our first presenter today, who's Buddy.
Well, good afternoon. I'm sure you're wondering, what is Smart Irrigation Month all about? Well, the Irrigation Association envisioned this idea in 2006 as a public relations campaign to promote smart irrigation practices. Since then, it has evolved into partnerships between the irrigation industry and the public, and the irrigation industry and government at the national, state, and local levels. It's a way of advancing the use of water-saving products, such as smart controllers, rain sensors, water-efficient irrigation heads and nozzles, and many other water-saving products and practices to help reduce the amount of water used in outdoor irrigation. Our panelists today will be sharing some of those ideas, so listen and take good notes. You're going to be receiving some valuable information. Smart Irrigation Month is also a way of raising public awareness of water conservation. Even if you're not experiencing a drought where you live and there's plentiful rainfall, we still need to protect our water supply. When we use water efficiently, we not only save water, but we reduce harmful runoff, and we help ensure the quality of our water in our streams and rivers. Smart Irrigation Month is about water quantity and about water quality. So why Smart Irrigation Month? The Irrigation Association's mission is to promote efficient irrigation. We all need to work together to ensure that we have water available for future generations. And some may ask, why not just turn off the water if there's a shortage? That's not a good answer. In recent droughts, we've all seen what happens with that type of thinking. Our landscapes have gone into decline. We've lost some of our old-growth trees in our inner cities. Our buffer areas that protect our sources of drinking water have been threatened, and some of our cities that are dependent on revenue generated from selling water have experienced significant revenue declines. Irrigation isn't a bad thing. Inefficient irrigation is. Irrigation plays a very important role in our lives. Irrigation grows our crops. Much of the food that we eat is grown from irrigation. Irrigation protects our urban forests and improves our tree canopies that provide cooler temperatures in our neighborhoods, and that reduces our energy cost. Irrigation helps to keep our landscapes healthy, improving our environment and protecting the quality of water in our streams and rivers. Traditional agriculture and our green industry businesses that use irrigation are a vital part of our nation's economic engine. To say it another way, irrigation means jobs, and jobs mean revenue for all of us in these tough economic times. So why Smart Irrigation Month? There's been a perception that agriculture and our urban interests use irrigation water inefficiently. A lot of work has been done in recent years to discover where best management practices are occurring. In some states, surveys have been done to determine how much water is actually used by traditional agriculture. Extensive studies of water use by homeowners for landscape irrigation have been conducted in cities around the country. You may be surprised to discover that some of those perceptions were wrong. Universities are researching best methods to use for future irrigation. Some of our cities in California, Oregon, Nevada, Florida, and North Carolina have implemented pilot programs to help encourage the use of smart irrigation products in the landscape. These have been incentivized by rebates, cost shares, and exemptions from water restrictions. Later in our program, we'll give you some links to websites that will help explain these to you. You're going to hear about ways to reduce your use of water for irrigation by as much as 50 to 90%. Proper design and installation are critical. There's smart water technology now on the market, smart controllers, or efficient irrigation heads and nozzles that are cost efficient. You'll recover the cost of investment from your savings in water. An important part of this is how you operate and maintain your irrigation system. Think about it for a minute. That's why we call it Smart Irrigation Month. So why July? Well, in many states, that's when irrigation is used the most frequently. That may not be the case where you live. Other months may require greater use. But July is a month when we can all focus on irrigation. You wouldn't ignore your bank account. You wouldn't forget to change the battery in your smoke alarm or the oil in your car. So what about your irrigation system? Most irrigation systems run at night and seldom get attention unless we see mud in the landscape or water running down the street. We focus the most on irrigation when we have a drought and water restrictions are implemented. If we stop now and think smart, we may be able to help avoid water shortages in the future. If we use water more efficiently in the spring, we can have more water in our reservoirs for summer months. Cities that use rivers and streams for withdrawals will leave more water for downstream users. With efficient irrigation, we can avoid depleting our aquifers. In our cities, we can reduce peak demand for water with smart programming by spreading out the hours that we irrigate, helping to postpone the expansion of municipal water systems. You may have heard it said, water efficiency is a hidden reservoir. Saving water now helps us avoid building expensive reservoirs in the future. We need to become water managers. Whether you're a homeowner, an irrigation contractor or supplier, a municipal water provider, or a government agency, we all have a responsibility in ensuring that water is available in plentiful supply for the future. That's what smart irrigation is all about. So where can you go to get some more information about this? Here's a website, www.smartirrigation.org. Or if you're interested in links to cities with pilot programs for water efficiency in the Southeast, check out the Grain Industries website, www.savingwaternc.com. There you'll find links to the Liquid Assets program in Charlotte and to the Water Conservation program in the city of Hendersonville. Now here's a chance for you to show off your smarts. We're having a contest about Smart Irrigation Month, and anyone can participate. Turf and landscape professionals, irrigation contractors, agricultural businesses, both small and large, and municipalities and government agencies. Tell us how you have promoted smart irrigation in your community or state. And here's some ideas. Partner with a local park, school, or church and upgrade their irrigation system. Contribute smart technology for irrigation upgrades for public landscapes. Contact your local news media about July being Smart Irrigation Month. Share information with your neighbors and your neighborhood association. Or meet with local and state officials and develop a pilot water efficiency program for your city. There are lots of other ideas. Let us hear yours. We just need to hear them by September 15th. So have a great July, and remember, think smart irrigation.